This week we'll be reading The Label, a love and gospel music novel by yours truly, Mr. Timothy Blaine. Head on over to Amazon.com where you guys can get your copy of the book or download it on your Kindle. Ow! Yes, y'all. We over here reading. Catch me down at youtube.com/AlmondBrown09 over on Instagram and also on Twitch. Come on, y'all. We about to read The Label. Are you ready? Hello, and welcome you guys back down here to the Almond Delights Reading Corner. I am your girl, Almond Brown 09. And I swear I have not talked to y'all in forever, but we are back here for our reading. Oh my goodness. How's y'all Monday going? And for some of y'all, how has your Friday been? Okay, for those of you that this may be your last day of the weekend working and then you're off, the rest of the week. For me, my Monday was great. Can't complain at all. I rested all day long, then got up and did things with my kids or whatnot. But we are back here now, and I'm going to try to get everything back on schedule the way that it was. So thank y'all so much for coming down here and joining. Thank you guys for coming back to our reading corner. We will continue our read of The Label by Mr. Timothy Blaine. This is the last book in his Love and Gospel Music series, and I ain't even gonna hold y'all real quick. Y'all know how my computer can do, honey. The Wi-Fi may act up. The Wi-Fi may act up, and my computer may shut off because it's been doing some funky things lately, and it just shut off. If it shut off, don't go nowhere because I got my phone right here, and I have it charged up. That way, if it shuts off in the middle of the broadcast, I could just get right back on StreamYard and come back and finish reading. So don't leave when it happens because we will be having technical difficulties. We may have technical difficulties. I'll say that. So shout out to all of my Almond Delights, all of my members, all of my subscribers, everybody that's watching up there in the choir stand and have not come down here in the congregation, which is the chat just yet. So. Oh, she said Spectrum, not Spectrum. I ain't gonna tell you who it is because you might know where I'm at if I tell you that. But anyways, it's not the internet. Well, sometimes it's the internet, but it might be my laptop. I gotta take it to the Geek Squad and all them other people or whoever it is to get fixed. So, anyways, we are on. Hold on, let me get to. Oh Lord, hold on real quick. Okay, so I had to get to my own video just in case none of my alma bears come here tonight. But we are on chapter 8. So to reiterate what it was that we've been reading, we know that Miss Dorothy, which is Dorothy Moody, she's the mother of one of the boys that's in the group that's a part of the label or whatnot. And they had to hire a medium, and the medium found out that it was honey, somebody doing some witchcraft, okay, around them. And so they found out that it might be the mother, and the mother already said she gonna do whatever it is, whatever it takes for her to get her son, just like him, be the only person in the group. So she's put a spell on one of the boys. Well, she put some roots for y'all old folks, honey. She put some roots on somebody, on one of the boys, and honey, he out there doing drugs in LA, prostituting and everything else, and they cannot find him. So that is the point that we're at now. They're trying to look for him because they're on tour, so they have to leave where they are to go to the next city or whatnot, but they can't find him and to record. So now her son is given an opportunity to be the lead singer, honey, and she just done put some roots on somebody. So we are in chapter 8, and disclaimer for those of you that may be new here, there will be cussing in this book and some other adult things going on. And normally Almond Brown does not cuss, but I will give you guys this book in its entirety and everything that is written in here. And if y'all know Uncle Tim, Mr. Timothy Blaine, y'all know he's a cusser. So he ain't just a cusser by mouth, baby. He cussed in his books as well. So I hope you guys enjoy. All the links, everything is down in the description box. Don't just have me writing stuff in there. Okay. I'm gonna need y'all to go in there and read what's in the description box. Please and thank you. Click on those links and everything else that are in there. And like the video. Thank you. Chapter 8. So here's the deal, Derek, said Dallas over the speakerphone on his secretary's desk. Either that woman you sent us is of the devil, or something here is really, really mad. What? Said Derek. What are you saying, boss? Something dropped the giant window on us, man, yelled Sky from across the room. We need you back here, Derek. Hold on, baby, said Dallas. And then to Derek over the phone line, he's really shaking up. Both of us are. Where is Tamalika? She's locked herself in the main studio, yelled Sky. She's saying we can't call the cops, man. What the fuck, Derek? All right. What's this about a window? Asked Derek. It caved in on us, man, said Dallas. It's not a metaphor, dude. That big skylight in my office dropped on us. Or I should say around us. Fortunately, all three of us were sitting close and directly under the dome. I'm on the next plane, said Derek. Do you guys feel safe in the building? That's the thing, yelled Sky. It won't let us leave, man. What was that? Said Derek. It's the fucking building, man, said Dallas. We can't get out, Derek. The doors. None of the keys work. There are only a couple of windows. We can't get near them. The hole in the ceiling, said Derek. You can't get onto the roof? We're stuck in an outer office, said Dallas. That woman's in Studio One yapping up a storm. You can hear her? The studios are soundproof, right? We had power up until about 5 minutes before we thought to call you, said Sky. There's an intercom on the desk here. All the power's out now. All we have are the lights from our cells. We don't have access to charges, Derek. Suddenly, a door opened. The lights came on simultaneously. Tamalika Davis stood in the doorway. We have work to do, she said. Derek Samuel peeked into the sound booth where Scratch was busy with all the members of Prophecy. I need to see you, he said in the direction of Scratch and his husband Carson. Carson had flown in to work on the 4 songs he'd written for the project. He'd written the lyrics with Trevor Ross in mind as the lead. Now Corey Moody at the helm, they all could use a little tweaking. Not that Corey couldn't deliver. It was just that his style of delivery was different. What's up, Derek? Said Scratch. You found him? No, said Derek. I've got to get back to LA. Something's come up. What do you mean, something? Said Carson. Something personal? Something with your family? What's going on, man? More trouble at Stratton, he said. I'll get back up here as soon as I can. What happened, Derek? Said Scratch. Seriously, we want to know, man. I'm not sure exactly, he said. Something's happened with Tamalika and the guys. And well, just spit it out, dude, said Carson. We're not babies. It's the building, said Derek. There's some weird shit going on with the Stratton building, guys. They want me back ASAP. Nobody's hurt, asked Scratch. Not yet, said Derek. Look, it's not my place to say anything, but I think you guys should really try to wrap this thing up. Huh? Said Carson. You in the record making part of the business now, Derek? We've got no idea what happened to Trevor, said Derek. Now things are getting really strange. Not to mention dangers back in LA. I just don't want anyone to get hurt. That's all. Obviously, whatever we're dealing with can be in more than one place. Trevor's off partying someplace, said Scratch. That's an assumption, Scratch. Nothing more. All right, so here's the rundown, said Cash Money. Listen close, asshole, because this is the only way being offered. This is the only way being offered for you to hold on to keep the kneecaps. Can we do the bank thing again? Said Trevor. I understand now. I'm sure we can. Shut the fuck up, punk for Hold on. Oh, Shut the fuck up, punk, before I bitch slap your ass again, said Cash. You better pray this works and I get a motherfucking money. Go on, baby, said Sweet. Our boy's gonna work out just fine. I got a feeling he's really sorry about what happened. Well, he sure as hell will be if this don't go down just right. Okay, so the king faggot lives up in Diamond Heights. No telling how many suckers with guns up there. The house is out. Here's how we catch him. He's got drops all over the TL, the Mission, and up and down Market Street. Always at least two strap punks with him when he's working. There is, however, a tiny window of opportunity. And this is where you come in, Wally Gator. The homo's got a thing for pretty black boys with long dicks and big feet. What size of them dogs, boy? What? I'm not. Just like I got a thing for shadow kneecaps, said Cash. Your choice. Just listen to what the man got to say, Wally, said Sweet. You played this right. We got a couple 8 balls for you. Plus the debt, said Cash. Let's keep the main thing the main thing. Okay, so after work, our boy sometimes likes to hit this homo strip club over on Knob Hill. Our source tells us he rarely goes back to his house before this. And more importantly, he always goes alone. No security. That means the shit is either on him or in his car, right? The fix is in at the club. The manager's in our debt. We don't know when the mark will show up, so you'll be filling in until he does. What? Yelled Trevor. You heard me, said Cash. And you might have to give up some booty too. Now sit your ass down and I'd advise you to get some of that bass out your voice. The thing is, there's not a lot of black strippers working SF, said Sweet. Currently none at this club. You're a good looking dude, Wally. Just think of it as an acting gig. I couldn't dance if I wanted to, said Trevor. And I'm sure as hell not taking it up the ass. Of course not. He's just fucking with you, she said. All we need is for you to get him to the motel. He parks in the secure garage while he's at the club. We know he never tricks at his house. It's always a motel, but he jumps around the city. Not to worry. There's GPS on the cell we'll give you. No way is he stripping down with all that shit and money on him, said Cash. It's got to be in the car at that point. What Sweet and Cash Money left out saying was that this would be the third time they tried some variation of this scam on this very violent coke dealer. One of the pasties wound up dead. The other got away, but not before he too had been savagely and repeatedly butt plowed for hours. Okay, that's a wrap, yelled Scratch from the control booth. Great work, everybody. That's 7 down, 5 to go. About time, said Karen. I'm beat, said Jackie. Could have sworn that was 8. Me too, said Jeannie. Can't complain though. We're ahead of schedule. So we're sleeping in tomorrow, right? Wrong, said Scratch, stepping into the studio. I'm sorry, guys, but it's 7 a.m. tomorrow, and more than likely every day until we wrap the whole album. Our deadline just got bumped up. What do you mean? Said Corey. We're all exhausted, Scratch. We can't keep up this pace, man. We may not have a choice, said Scratch. Look, I'm trying to work it out with the label. I don't know what's going on. Bad comes to worse, we'll have to cut back on the size of the project. That's fucked up, said Jackie. After all this damn work only to wind up releasing something half-ass. Derek left a couple hours ago, said Scratch. All I know is we need to be pressing as hard as we can to finish this. You guys just worry about getting some sleep. Hopefully, I'll know more about what's going on by morning. Dorothy was really worried about the spell. Mm-hmm. Trevor could start slipping away from his power at any moment. All the supposedly personal items she'd been able to retrieve from the barracks he shared with the other men had been contaminated. She needed to find him and quick. Trouble was, she didn't have a clue where to start. In the lining of one of her suitcases, she secured 2 ancient texts on the craft. She had to hope there was something written there on searching out folks for their for there were other pressing issues. She sensed trouble on the horizon. Someone or something was on to her. It had been quite some time since she felt so strongly that her spirit was being stalked. Her mind drifted back to the time when she'd taken Corey. That had been a close call. Not because she killed the woman that good Reverend Percy Moody had impregnated, then cut the baby from her belly. The spell she put over her whoremongering future husband had failed. She could not for the life of her make him believe the timeline. They'd only been intimate a handful of times that year, three before the marriage and only once after. How could she allow him to fuck or even see her naked until she fake delivered the child? A child born of the seed of a preacher man. So fulfilled the witchy prophecy. Despite her best efforts, Dorothy couldn't blind the man to the fact that the baby had arrived just 8 months after he put it in her the very first time. They'd both entered the marriage with agendas. Reverend Moody never knew how close he'd come to an early grave that summer. Just a little more push on the subject, and Dorothy would have buried him. Looks like somebody's new to the pole, said Nino Del Vecchio to the handsome young thing attempting the simple lap dance on his leg. A little stiff for a dancer is all I'm saying. So you don't think I'm sexy? Oh, you're plenty sexy. You just can't dance worth a shit, said Nino. Come on, how long you been doing this? And don't lie. Yes. Today. Wrong, said Trevor. Look, you're not going to complain, are you? I really need this job. Why should I complain? My dick is hard. That's the job, right? Trevor nearly fell off the man and onto the floor. Was he really sitting on this motherfucker's leg with a whole shoestring up the crack of his ass? Worse, did the asshole have to be a talker? The very last thing he wanted to hear about was his hard dick. You gotta flex those hips some more, baby. Come on, feel the rhythm, said Nino, slipping 100 into Trevor's G string. Now wiggle that pretty little ass for daddy. Trevor wiggled as best as he could. Anything was better than climbing back up on that pole. I am weak. Who killed the visual Jesus? Okay. Back in Los Angeles, a very important meeting was being arranged. They want to meet you, said Tomalika Davis. Both of you. What? Said Dallas. You wanted my help, she said. Well, it's time to shit or get off the pot. A seance, said Sky. Is that what you're saying, Tomalika? Exactly. It's time the old and the new came together, she said. Don't worry, you're all on the same side. Is that why they damn near killed all the three of us? Said Dallas. And do you have any idea what that ceiling is going to cost? Got your attention, right? Can I assume we're all on the same page about the existence of spirits in this building? I want to wait for Derek, said Dallas. He's on a plane as we speak. He wasn't invited, she said. I'm going to need my candles. They're in my purse under the rubble. One of you get them, and I need a round table small enough for the three of us to hold hands. So you are a medium then, asked Sky. Yep, I'm in the middle, all right. I'm only here to help you, Sky, as are the others. After Nino opened the gate stall in the parking garage adjacent to the strip club, Trevor watched as he removed bits of tape from the hood, trunk, and both doors. Don't ask, said Nino. Get in. Nice ride, said Trevor. Help yourself to the radio. Only no rap or hippity hop. Shit gives me a headache. While browsing the stations, Trevor got his first ping of memory. The words gospel music sounded off in his head like the clang of a big cymbal. You mind a little gospel? He said. Sounds like a mood killer to me, said Nino. But do your thing, man. It's all about you right now. After strolling the system a couple minutes, Trevor came to just what he was looking for. He touched the screen on the track, Prophecy. When Trevor heard the voices of him and his friends, he was back. It happened in an instant. Hey, you all right, kid? Said Nino. You don't look so good. Should I pull over? No, said Trevor. He then held his index finger up to his lips, signaling Nino not to say anything more. Wiggling his hand across the air meant he needed pen and paper. Nino pointed at the middle console. What Trevor wrote on the pad he found there was, "Do not panic. I'm not with the police. You are being set up to be robbed. The phone I have on me has GPS. I'm not sure, but they may be listening through it as well." Nino then signaled with two fingers for Trevor to hand over the phone, which he promptly tossed out the window. "Talk, kid, and bullshit me." "The guy's name is Cash Money." "That bitch," said Nino. "Yeah, I know the punk. Is he behind us now?" "I'm not sure," said Trevor. "They're driving a pale yellow Porsche." "Who's with him?" "As far as I know, it's just him and his girlfriend, Sweet." "Got him," he said, peering through his rear view. "Check him out. 4 cars back, right side." "Yep, that's them," said Trevor, looking through the passenger side window. "What are we going to do, man?" "Good job, kid. Now, when I pull up in front of the semi, jump out." "Where to?" said a taxi driver after Trevor jumped into his cab. "Can you get me to Treasure Island?" And scene. So that was chapter 8 of the label. And they carrying on. Baby, he was up there wiggling that no behind. But anyways, we're going to take a brief intermission. Do not go nowhere. Y'all know how we do. Get your snacks and come on back. Mm-hmm. Ow! Welcome on in. It's Monday, y'all. And it's time for another read down at the corner. This week we'll be reading The Label, a love and gospel music novel by yours truly, Mr. Timothy Blaine. Head on over to Amazon.com where you guys can get your copy of the book or download it on your Kindle. Ow! Yes, y'all. We over here reading. Catch me down at youtube.com/AlmondBrown09 over on Instagram and also on Twitch. Come on, y'all. We about to read The Label. Are you ready? Dun, 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 dun. Don't y'all feel like jazzing it up when y'all hear that? So welcome back, honey. We are on chapter 9 of The Label, and I hope you guys have been having a wonderful time listening to this read. And if you're just coming in and you're still up at the top, disclaimer, there will be cussing, and carrying on. So don't judge me for the words coming out of my mouth. I'm just reading all the words in the book. That's all I'm doing. Chapter 9, Contact. Only the light from 2 flickering white candles illuminated the pitch black room. There were no windows. No light shone from beneath or around the door. The first wind blew out both candles. After several minutes, Lord Jesus, hold on real quick. Cover myself, Lord, because they about to do a whole seance. Hold on, child. The first wind blew out both candles. After several silent minutes, tiny balls of fire appeared on the wicks. Then a second gust of wind shot fire 4 feet into the air and held it there. "They want to apologize for the ceiling," said Tamalika. "Brandon says there are several gold bars buried 5 feet beneath the floorboards of the old ticket booth. You should help yourself. He says that should be enough to prove who they are. Now, Brother Anthony is saying something, but I can't quite... Oh, Brother Anthony says, keep the change. Tell them, started Sky. No need, said Tamalika. They're able to hear you fine. I'm only needed to give them voice. Brother Anthony says, you're both so pretty. Handsome, said Dallas. I'm sure he meant to say handsome. He says, no, she said. He knows a couple of pretty boys when he sees them. Brandon says he wishes you had heeded the early warnings, but it's just as well for now, at long last, you meet. He says you make a fine couple and you've been doing a fine job. We're in some kind of trouble? Asked Alice. Dark trouble, yes, Brandon's saying. He's saying you two are going to have to do battle with her. The blue black must be defeated, completely wiped from existence. He says they'll help as best they can, but in the end, the Stratton legacy may well rest in your hands. As Trevor stepped quietly into the control booth behind Scratch and Steve, it was Corey who spotted him first. As his mouth dropped open, Karen snatched off her headset and Scratch and Steve spun around to face him. What the fuck? Yelled Scratch. In an instant, the connecting door flew open and suddenly nearly everyone from the studio was in the booth. All right, take it easy, said Trevor. Damn, it's hot in here. I can't breathe. Y'all, let him breathe, said Karen. I can't wait to hear this. After everyone back out into the much larger recording studio, Jackie said, all right, everybody, you're all about to witness a true master at work. Let him talk, Jackie, said Corey. Yeah, let me talk, Jackie, said Trevor. I can tell you now, you're all about to be very disappointed because I don't know much. What? Came four voices at once. I didn't stutter, said Trevor. I know none of you guys are going to believe me, but I really don't know. Somehow I wound up in downtown San Francisco. I I don't know what to say. Brother, you're going to have to do a whole hell of a lot better than that, said Scratch. You got any idea what it's been like around here since you went AWOL? He don't give a fuck, said Jackie. How many times I gotta tell y'all? That asshole don't give a shit about nobody but himself. And maybe whoever he's trying to bang at the moment. Like you so fucking holy, said Trevor. Go ahead. Be a little bitch if you want to. Some things never change. Knock it off, said Corey. So what else can you tell us, Trev? What have you been doing for 10 days, man? I'm just going to keep saying the same thing because it's the truth, said Trevor. I don't know what happened, Corey. I mean, I know I was across the bay, but I don't know why I went there or what I call myself doing over there. Okay, so what happened to the money in Scratch's wallet? Said Jackie. Guess you're drawing a blank there too? I it doesn't matter what I say. That's right, said Karen. Look, we were in the middle of something. Scratch stood. She's right, he said. We're kind of busy right now, Trevor. And we're pressed for time, said Jackie, standing as well. Things have been going just fine around here, dude. Why don't you just mosey on back to wherever the hell you came from? Corey hung his head down, as did May and Jeannie. Trevor turned to leave. Then, just before he turned the doorknob to exit, he said, you guys sounded great. Really. I mean that. Later, after a full day of recording, Corey and Trevor sat out on the rocks overlooking the bay. What can you tell me, Trev? Help me understand. Thanks for coming out here, man. Since the very beginning, you've always been a great friend to me, Corey. You may be the only one I have right now. Jackie still loves you like a brother, said Corey. He's hurt and he's worried. What the hell happened, Trev? Trevor then laid out the story from the moment he stepped off the bus in downtown San Francisco, leaving out only the parts about that godforsaken pole and the G string of the crack of his ass. Now, talk about stranger than fiction, said Corey. You don't believe me. I want to. This is a lot, Trev. You were right not to bring this story to everybody at once. Sounds like you blacked out. Yeah, except I hadn't been drinking, said Trevor. Look, I knew the joint the chick I knew the joint the chick was smoking had a little coke in it. My nose ain't that burnt out. I don't have a problem taking responsibility for everything that happened after that first hit. It's just that the parts I'm drawing a blank on happened way before that. I'm serious. I don't remember leaving here, Corey. I'm not sure what to say, Trev. What do you want to hear? Maybe just that we're still friends? Of course we're friends, said Corey. You think I'd ever turn my back on a high school protector? I'm not throwing you away over a mistake. Don't worry, Jackie and the others will come around. I'm not worried about that fool. Scratch is not having it though. You catch the way he looked at me? His eyes were screaming, "It's a wrap, dude." You can't really blame him, Trev. The contracts and all that, they're running a businessman. And if you bring him the story you just gave me, you were sounding real good in there, Corey. Not as good as you. Better. You've been holding back on us, brother, said Trevor. Well, I won't be getting in the way. You can count on that. I'm thinking maybe I should go back to Atlanta just for a while. Maybe look into a program or something. Like they don't have drug programs in California, said Corey. I think we should have a meeting. Let's bring everybody in on this, brother. We're family after all. I don't want to hear it, said Jackie. Believe me, I've heard more than enough from that dude. He should have been a novelist. Never a shortage of wild stories coming out of that brain. Of course, you want to hear what he had to say, said Corey. And don't pretend you weren't happy to see him walk through that door today, Jackie. Happy? Wrong word choice, my friend. I'm not your friend. I'm your lover. Trevor Ross is your friend, your best friend. And it's time you started acting like it. What? You're scaring me, Jackie. Is this what it's going to be like with us? You just turn your back on me one day and that's it? Man, he must have spun you some beautiful tale, said Jackie. So what was it? A kidnapping? Sleepwalking? Alien abduction? What? You can be a real asshole. You know that? Wait a minute. So that piece of shit takes off for 2 damn weeks, right in the middle of recording, rips off over $2,000, doesn't even bother to call us, delays and totally fucks up this whole project, and I'm the asshole? He wants to talk to everybody in the morning. I'm not sure you should be there, Jackie. I mean, if this is going to be your attitude, okay, I'll be there. You can count on that. Trevor was being given the cold shoulder by everyone. It was awkward and more than a little strange being back in the barracks and sleeping only a few feet from Scratch. Though he'd come very close to breaking the silence between them several times through the night, he simply could not do it. He didn't have a clue what to say to the man, nor what he would say to everyone else in the morning. He knew he was finished with the group. They'd all put up with his shit long enough. Besides, their new sound was great. Though he'd only heard a tiny bit, he'd heard enough to see Corey's voice and style could well take them all to a whole new level. He'd really blown it this time. Singing with his friends on the Stratton label had been a once in a lifetime opportunity, and he'd blown it. What on earth would he say to his parents or everybody else back in Atlanta? And what about all the fans, friends, and industry associates he'd made since joining the label? What the hell had he done? Dorothy Moody was tickled pink. She'd been out cruising around San Francisco in a little zip car rental, hoping to pick up Trevor's scent when the call had come in. They found him, or at least he'd shown up. No matter how it came about, the little turd was back on the island. Even more importantly, there'd been no big shakeup at the studio. According to Corey, Scratch had all but pushed the brat out of the building. They had work to do, and thanks to him, they were far behind schedule, Scratch had told him. Re-recording his tracks had taken up way too much time, but thanks to his most recent fuck up, they stumbled on a real talent. So thank you, goodbye, and good luck, Mr. Trevor Ross, he said, slamming the door behind him, according to Corey. Perfect. Absolutely perfect, thought Dorothy. Now she wouldn't have to kill him. Murder and the cover ups required were such a pain in the butt. Trevor had just dodged a bullet or a fall from a very tall building. Something. So now they were to all have a meeting on the subject of Mr. Trevor Ross first thing in the morning. Of course, she could whip up a little tongue tying spell for the asshole, but that could take as much as an hour, and Dorothy was beat. She spent hours literally sniffing her way around the city of San Francisco. Miss Davis, I'm so sorry, said Dallas after turning the lights on. I hope you can accept my apology. I've been such an asshole. I haven't been fair to you. It's normal to doubt without first seeing, son, she said. We're okay. So, now tell me a little about this operation. What exactly is Stratton Legacy? Well, of course we never knew Brandon Stratton or Brother Anthony, said Sky. They were long gone before our time. We never met Dwayne Brown either. When we met Joey, he was still mourning the loss of his partner, said Dallas. He'd been in a pretty bad shape for a couple of years. Dwayne had been stalked, then murdered by an obsessed fan of Joey's. So Brandon left the theater to Brother Anthony, said Tamalika. Then Anthony left it to one or both of those guys? Go on. Actually, the theater was left to Joey. This was a few years before he met Dwayne, said Dallas. Joey was Brother Anthony's friend and prodigy in very much the same way I became his. The man changed our world, Miss Davis. Mine especially. He was my mentor. I'm not exaggerating when I say Joey treated me like his own son. When Joey White died, he left pretty much everything he owned to Dallas, said Sky, including his home and his company. Dallas took a seat while wiping his face on his sleeve. He loved me. I don't know why. I never understood that part of it. Seems like Joey loved me from the day we met. And you? She said. Oh, yes, said Dallas, right from the start. We were like family from the day I met him on Polk Street in San Francisco. I was selling weed and he was stepping out of the back of a taxi backwards, and we literally bumped into each other. It was like magic from that moment on, Miss Davis. Pause, said Tamalika. Let's kill the Miss Davis stuff, son. Just reminds me that I never got myself a man. It's Tamalika or Tomo. We're all about to become very close. And the scene. So that was chapter 8 and chapter 9 of The Label, a love and gospel music novel by Mr. Timothy Blaine. And we see now, and I'm going to drop the link for anybody that wants to come up. We always do this for those new people that are here. If you guys would like to discuss what we just read in chapters 8 and 9, we can do so. If you don't want to come up, that's fine by me too. You can type in the chat. We'll go from there. But we see that the spirits of Brother Anthony, Brother Anthony and Lord Jesus, what was the other name? It was just in my head. Lord, see how fast that junk just go off like that? Charge it to my head and not my heart, child. What was the man name? Brandon Stratton. He was there. Well, he wasn't in the story, so that's why I couldn't remember his name, but he's a part of the story. So we see that their spirits are alerting them that there is a whole witch, what they call them blue black. We see that their spirits is telling them that, baby, y'all got somebody around y'all that ain't right. And so we know that that is Dorothy Moody. And Dorothy is the mother of Corey. Corey is one of the singers in the group Prophecy, which is Corey, Jackie, Trevor, and then there is Karen, Jeannie, and the other girl. Karen, Jeannie, and the other girl. Her name started with an M. I just read it. I forgot. But anyways, it's those they're in the group together. And so she wants her son to be the only one that's like the star of the group. So she started to put spells on people, and she put a spell on Trevor, and that's how he blacked out. And he was out there shaking the tail feather. Okay. He woke up by hearing gospel music and hearing their song, and he realized who he was. He told the girl that his name was Wally. And how ironic is that? That his name was Wally. And but yeah, he got out of there. So we'll see what is going to happen in our next week's read of the label. Let me see how many more chapters we have. This may be our last week with this one. 10. No, it's not. So we have about 2 more weeks of the reading. Prayerfully, I can just keep going back to back. Oh, we have a guest. Hold on, let me get my headphones. I see you, honey.
Hey, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
That's a whole lot of characters, ain't it?
Oh, you see me? I'm trying to remember them all. I'm trying to remember them all. I'm like, wait a minute. Wait,
Right.
wait a
So
minute.
they
But
got
yeah,
there's
so
three scenes going on there.
say it
So there are
again.
3 scenes going on, right?
Yes.
In LA with the Tamalika. And then you had that hat on. I kept seeing Tamalika because she I keep thinking, is that Tamalika or is that the witch girl? What's her name? Corey's mother. I forget her name.
Dorothy Moody.
Dorothy Moody, right. So you sitting there with
Mhm.
that hat on like that. I think I said, oh, that's
Oh, the witch's hat. Oh my God.
that looks
No, it's
cute.
Almond Brown. But no,
Okay.
so it's crazy how now she's sensing that her spirit of blue black is being stalked by the guys, and Tamalika trying to find her. And now she out there sniffing around trying to find Trevor. Thank God he made it back.
Wait a minute. I gotta say something else. She is the spirit of blue black. So not
Uh-huh.
only is your hat like the witch's hat, but it's blue black. And the earrings and the outfit, girl.
I didn't even think of that when I put this on. That is so funny. Listen, but did you see me when I started reading the chapter and I saw they was about to do the seance? I said, "Oh no, let me cross myself."
Miss
I don't
Dorothy,
want none of
right.
those spirits. None of those spirits over here.
I see you also laughed at Trevor when he got himself in a situation.
Yeah, Trevor couldn't dance at all. You could at least made it to where he could sway his hips a little bit.
No,
He
he didn't know
couldn't
how
do
to do it
nothing.
right. He said, move them hips for me, baby. And he's just totally straight man,
Uh-huh.
with his
Yeah,
shoestring
I
up
think
his leg.
that was hilarious to me. And he was I'm sitting up here
Wait.
with his G string up my behind. He was like,
And the man's a talker. What you talking about? The
yes.
last thing I want to hear about is his such and such, such and such.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I think that was funny when he was like, "Oh well, you did the job right because I'm hard, right?" And he fell off of him. Like, wait a minute, am I here? Why am I really here? But that was
He had
funny.
to
I
save
think
his
the
life.
way the progression of the story, because you don't know what's going on. Oh my God! And then to hear that Dorothy is not Corey's real mom, I
Right.
kind of put two and two together a little bit.
I think she
In
murdered
the
the mother
beginning,
and cut him out of her stomach, I believe, and
yes.
pretended it was hers. Right.
And then the husband, how is he still with her? Reverend, the right
Mm-hmm.
Reverend Moody. The what she said, how did she say it? The afflictions of a preacher man or something she was saying, you know.
Right. She needed to have the baby with a preacher at the seed of a preacher. Right. So he had impregnated some woman, wasn't his wife.
Yes.
She had killed the woman and stole her baby and pretended it was his. He didn't buy it. He thought the timeline was all messed up, and they split up. Right. But he's not finished yet. We're not finished with the story yet.
Oh, so we're not finished. Oh Lord Jesus. Lord. So Corey, but well, no, I don't want to ask that because then it'll tell a story. I was about to ask did Corey know, but don't even answer. Don't answer
Don't answer. Okay.
about him not by her not being his real mom. Oh, this lady is crazy.
Right. She wants to
Awful
know she's a
fame.
real. We go back
Awful
into her
fame.
history and everything to her beginnings.
She must have been down in the beef sector, honey, for them clicks and views for her son to get just doing anything, anything to make it.
Anything for clicks and views, honey. That's right.
Oh
That's what this
my.
next novel's about too. All about clicks and views.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
we'll see. Hopefully Trevor doesn't leave, but he was saying about going back to Atlanta and trying to get in the program. But he now. I don't want to ask that either because that's gonna tell the story. So I don't want to ask no questions that's gonna lead me until you telling me about what's going on next week. Because I only read the book when I come to sit down. So everything,
Oh, okay. Oh, let's save it then.
yeah, I don't know what's going on until I sit down because I want it to be a genuine reaction while I'm reading the book.
Right,
So
right,
I don't read it until I sit down. I don't know what's going on. So I find out with them, with the
right,
audience,
right.
what happened. So, but we'll find out next week what happened. But
So did Cash Money sound like a gangster? Cash
um,
Money, he was the one that put him on that pole.
yeah,
You want to crack knees and things. Basically, in other words, bitch, get my money.
yeah, because he messed up that bank robbery. He messed up the first bank robbery when they tried to give him back his ID and he went to running.
Right, right. Well, yeah, that's from real life. They used to do that scam in Hollywood. They would
Oh,
send people
really?
who have ID into banks to open accounts, but the person wouldn't even know what they were doing, right? And then they would take all the money out. There's this well-known scam. So I
Oh,
put that
wow.
in the fiction, right? But he messed it up. He messed it up running.
Yeah,
All
now he got to pay
the
back
ID
because he
back,
was
brother.
he wasn't able to get the man money. So now he got to
Right.
pay back with G strings or kneecaps.
Got to work a murderer. This is a violent drug dealer.
Yeah, but then he when he came back to himself and I was afraid by him telling the guy that he was about to be robbed that he was
Mm.
going to try to kill Trevor because he actually went along with the whole dancing for him for
Right,
that
right,
that ain't what he really
right.
do.
No, he was glad he
So
came clean though. He was going to get robbed, probably killed.
yeah, they
So
probably would have
yeah,
killed him.
yeah, yeah. They've been
I
trying to
think
get him 3 times.
yeah, Cash Money and Sweet. I thought Sweet was gonna be a nice person in the beginning when she first started talking to him, but now we see she in on the whole debauchery with her boyfriend.
His bottom girl.
Yeah, she gonna ride or die. She gonna ride or die.
He's
She
got
probably
to
gonna
die.
end up dying.
Right, right. Well, he's onto
Yeah.
him now, so he just let him out the car.
Well, how are you getting along with the second portion of Murder in the B sector? How are you doing with that
Oh,
writing?
I'm doing good. I'm at 37,000 words. The goal is 45,000. So I'm
Okay.
at 37. So yeah, it'll be coming along. The fun starts for me on the second draft though. That's when you really iron it out and smooth it out, kind of thing. First, you gotta get it all down on paper, but it's going very well. Yeah.
So when do you
So one thing
project you finishing the first draft?
all I don't know, probably a month. I'll be done in a month.
Oh,
It takes that long. I write like a page
well,
a day.
I can't wait to see it. Like I said, I enjoyed my portion because
Yeah,
y'all, okay, for those of you that are listening, the link to Murder in the B sector is in the description box. Y'all can get that. It's on Audible. So it's the audio version. But he's writing a second portion, a second part to Murder in the B sector, and I
right.
am a character in the book. So
Yeah, you're one of the stars in
yeah.
the book.
But y'all make sure y'all check out the book when it does come out. Of course, when it comes out, we'll be promoting it before I even get my hands on it. It'll be
Right.
promoted. So, Uncle Tim can get all his money, all his coins
Uh,
first.
I'm not obsessed with coins like some people.
Well, yeah.
It seems like your boy's having a rough week.
Listen, it's so much going on, and baby, the spinning and the flexion of it all, honey. But whatever.
They're trying to turn it into a coin.
And that was the reason for it in the first place. So
Oh Lord.
yeah,
Anyway,
for
how
the
was your Mother's
love of
Day?
money.
For the
For the
love of money.
love of money.
I think
So,
about calling the second book the three lunatics.
oh,
They're competing. Yeah. I can't say too much about the story, but
Yeah, don't
three
tell me.
lunatics is one possibility.
But it was something in one of your videos that you said, because I remember you saying you didn't have a name for the book. I should have written it down when you said it, because I was like, oh my gosh, that'll be a good name for the book, because it kind of went along with murder in the B sector, and then what kind of what you were saying that the book was going to be about. I cannot remember what you said because I did not write it down. I'm so
Yeah,
mad because it would have been a perfect title for your new book, but you said you already got one. So
right. Yeah, I try to write them down in a list, but you don't really know what's going to be the name of the book until the end of the book, right? Because
mhm.
currently the book is called Avatar, which has got nothing to do with the story. Just the first day I sat down to write, I just needed like a working title, and I
Mhm.
put Avatar. So I guess I was going to go in that direction. It went in completely different direction. So I just write them down in a list. If you think about it, let me know, and then we'll see which one fits the best. But they're all, just like with Loving Gospel Music. This is a Loving Gospel Music novel. It'll be like that. It'll be Loving Gospel Music will still be the title of the trilogy, and then it'll just have a new
Okay.
title, the name. Mm-hmm.
But I do
So
like avatars in the subtitle should have been avatars out of the shadows or something like that, because you know the avatars now you're being found
right,
out, if that was part of your book about the avatars being uncovered. So
right. Avatar being cracked in the head with hatchets. How about that? Oh, that was the other book. Right, 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 right,
oh my god, yeah, that one was crazy. Oh, when he
right,
came, when
right.
they and he was sitting in front of the camera and he just came and put the hatchet to the head. Oh.
Right, the blood just come on. I know it was the blood. How was your Mother's Day? You a mother?
It was wonderful. My son, his first of all, it was a whole basketball tournament this weekend, which I thought was pretty stupid that they didn't even think about that. But our team won the championship for the tournament, so it was a wonderful Mother's Day. And
Oh,
at
that's
the
good.
end, yeah, at the end of the tournament, all of the team got together with the trophy that we received, and the mother took pictures with the whole team. So they got us all
Okay, cheer.
together.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. So somebody gonna print out. I guess they're gonna print the picture out later on or something. I don't know,
Right,
but
right. So that's
it
nice.
was
You go to
good,
your son's games and stuff.
huh?
You go to your son's games and stuff. Then
Oh yeah, every last one of them.
don't assume mine never attended nothing.
No,
She said,
what? Yeah, you're right about that.
I don't want to be bothered." See what she said,
No,
girl.
yeah. See, I thank God that I have the profession, the job, and the career that I have, because I'm able
Mhm.
to. I schedule my own time. I schedule make my own schedule, so I make sure, especially when he goes out of town. I might have missed one game this season so far, but the season doesn't end until the end of July. But
Right, right.
yeah, I try to make it to every last one because I don't want to be that parent who child says, "Well, my mom, no, she wasn't there for most of my games."
Aloof.
Well,
Right, right.
yeah. So I don't want to
Yeah,
be that parent. I know some parents can't help it; they have to work. So it's nothing to those parents, but I try to be very much so that present mom at every game, and I'm a
right,
fool. I
right.
really be wanting to record so you guys can see how I act because I'm a fool. Okay.
Uh, you get into it. Right.
I really do. They call me the commentator of the game because I don't care. I will get. I'm because I'm a clown. You first of all, what y'all call roasting and gagging. I'm gonna do all of that on the court. I don't care if it's my child or not. The other team, I'm gonna get on
Right.
them because if they traveling, I'm yelling and screaming. Oh, I see you travel all the way to Australia. Pick up your bags or something. So I'm doing all of that. I yell. I scream at the referees. I do all of that.
Right. Right.
I do it
Right. Right.
all.
Okay, that's great.
So,
That's great, honey.
so
Oh, I'm glad you had a nice Mother's Day. And when you
I
came
did.
home, you
I
saw
did.
that the beef sector was more entertainment, I'm sure.
Listen, it was baby on a Sunday too. On a Sunday. On a Sunday,
Oh,
nevertheless, honey, baby, when
right.
I tell you. But I guess beefing it has no respect of day. So,
Oh,
you know,
well, at least they're
it
not
is what it
murdering.
is.
Nobody
Yeah,
died. We can be grateful
yeah.
for that.
You had a ball with it though, didn't you?
Oh Lord, have mercy. Oh, girl, it was so enjoyable, honey. Couldn't hardly wait to get back from church. I was in the car, in the man's car. I wasn't be paying attention to him. He ride me around. I just said, "Oh no, I got to check on this one thing. This one thing. This video, 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 video." I said, "Glory, glory."
know what? When I hear you sing this song, I know you finna go in when you say, Satan, we're gonna tear your kingdom down.
That's the song. That's the theme song, baby. There's several demons around here, child.
Lord, I crack up every time you do that, and it's so crazy. My sister, my sister watches you, and she would text me. She'd be like, "What is Uncle Tim doing?" I was like, "Girl," I said, "Please get out of the B sector. Do not go no further than that."
Your eyes are gonna bleed, honey. Right. Right. So
Oh,
it
like,
was a fun
please don't
weekend
go
for
no
all of us.
deeper. Baby, when
Yeah.
they recommended Tracy video to her, I said, "Oh my God." I said, "Now you deep
Right.
in the B sector."
Get your all out, honey.
Man,
You
when
know,
they start doing that, yes, because once you watch one video, YouTube will start recommending all these other videos, and that's how it
right,
was for
right.
her. And I'm like, no, do
Because
not
you want to go and
recommend.
see what the other person said. That's how it's all advertisement, really. Because people
Yeah,
talk about, oh, he cussed you out there, and you got to go over and see what she said, what he said, and then next thing you know, 6 hours done passed.
yeah.
You know what I mean? You ain't even ate your dinner.
You skip from you skip from video to video to video. That's just how
Right,
it is.
right. And
That's
after a
how it
while,
is.
we're all just repeating, really. But after a while, the repetitive nature of it is that you really do know a lot about these people. Because you've
Right.
heard it over and over and over again. Every incident, they done replayed every incident. He's still talking about San Antone. So we played that for 3 or 4 years, you know.
Hmm.
Yeah, and it makes it interesting. Anyway, but thanks. I enjoyed your reading, though. I was looking
Thank you
forward
so
to it.
much.
All
We
right.
got about two more weeks left, so we'll be back next week.
Okay. Yeah, there's several surprises still left.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Uncle
You
Tim.
gonna wear your blue black outfit?
I don't
Was it?
know now. Not next week. I got to wear something bright. I got to wear something bright
I am not that woman. That's
at all.
right. You ain't
No.
seen her yet. You'll see. Okay. You ain't gonna want to be
Ooh,
here at the end for real.
ooh, honey, Satan, we gonna tear your kingdom
Yeah,
down.
tear it down, baby.
All right,
Hello,
Uncle Tim.
chat. Hey,
See you
chat.
later.
Bye-bye.
Bye. So, you guys, that was Mr. Timothy Blaine. That is the author of the book that we are reading, The Label. I love that gospel music novel, honey. So, we will be back next week at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If the Lord's will, we will be back here again down at the corner. If you can, please drop your chocolate and your sun emojis in the chat right now for those of you that are in the chat. Um, if you have gotten this far into the broadcast and you have not subscribed, why? Why? Okay, subscribe to Almond Brown 09 and make sure you hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I go live or when I upload or when I share something on my community wall, which it is important that you guys watch my community wall. I do add links there, the videos that I watch, that I share and things of that nature. I do. I'm slacking on my podcast. I really am. I need to do a show over there on my podcast. I have to come up with a topic though. But I do upload my readings on my podcast. So if you guys are riding down the road and you want to listen podcast style, you can do that. As well, the readings are in a playlist, so you guys can go back to the beginning if you want to hear everything played out. Um, Follow me over there on Instagram, instagram.com/almondbrown09. If you are an author and you would like your book to be read down here on the corner, email me, almondbrown09@gmail.com, and we will get the correspondence going, and me reading your book. If you would like to send a book or send something in the mail, we do have a P.O. box. Let me pull that up. That is Almond Brown 09. P.O. Box 1058, Starke, STARKE, Florida 32091. And you can send your gifts there. They are appreciated, but not required. If you guys would like to send a love offering via Cash App, the Cash App is right here on the screen. $ Almond Delights. You guys can send that there as well. It is appreciated but not required. And I thank you guys for all of the love that y'all have been giving me over the last 2 weeks. For those of you that checked up on me silently via email, Instagram, if you got my number and you text me, call me, beat me if you want to reach me, all that stuff. So thank you guys for the outpouring of love that you guys have given me. I so appreciate it. And so it's great to be back down here doing a live. I did one yesterday, but here at the laptop. And look at my laptop. Boy, it lasted the whole show. So let me shut up before it cut off. But please check my description box below and hopefully the link works. Lou A put it in my community wall the other day. I have another channel. Okay. It's called AB Games. I should have uploaded the banner so you guys can see it. But it's on my community wall, the picture of my avatar for my gaming channel. So y'all know I be into everything. Okay. So I have a PS5 and I have been gaming my butt off. That it has really been giving me solace and the calmness and the just getting my head space, getting, trying to come back to myself. Gaming has been helping me. So we have, and I say we because there are 6 of us, the original Beef Sector Gamers. Hashtag Beef Sector Gamers. Is myself, Brianna Simone Pettyville, TRX Games, which is Triple Red, Dolly's Games, Voodoo, and Day the Dover Queen. We are all gamers. And so y'all can check me out over on Twitch. I do stream on Twitch. I don't know if you guys watched I don't know if you guys watched last night. I was on at like 1 o'clock in the morning on this channel and I was testing out another streaming platform for me to stream my games. Lou A, listen, I used to game so much back then, but when I became my own business owner, it became hard for me to pull away. But I try to make time, even though it may be late at night. So like tonight, I don't know if I'm gonna stream it on YouTube, but I will be streaming on Twitch. So if you guys are on my Twitch, twitch.tv/ArmorBrown09, I do stream over there. So myself, I think Triple he may be streaming now or either he's streaming now or he's done streaming, but I know he was testing out his stream. So it's all of us, and occasionally we will be inviting you guys to play with us or whatever, because we have a whole thing set up. So hey Duke, how are you? But yeah, we have all that stuff set up. So you guys, please just go and subscribe. I don't know if this link works. I don't know why it's not letting me drop the link, but that is my other channel. There's nothing there now because I have to wait 24 hours before I'm able to stream live over there. So it may just be uploads, it may be lives. I don't know, but I will be talking to you guys. You won't really see me right now until I get my whole setup done. But y'all know I'm a whole food. I don't know if y'all ever heard me while I'm gaming, because I know I had a good bit of people over there on Twitch one day when we were over there streaming and gaming. But I carries, okay? I be into the games. I be into the games. So yes, I am a gamer getting there. Okay. Oh, it works. Thank you, Lou A. I don't know what happened to my community wall and why it wasn't working the other day. I don't know. But thank you, Lou A, for dropping the link in the comment section or whatnot. But I think that's it. That's all. I will see you guys. I almost said Wednesday. When I come back, I don't know when I'm coming back, when another live. But next Monday I will be live. I'm working on another show idea for me to do to give you guys at least in the middle of the week, um how we had been doing before. So it probably will be on a Wednesday. I think that's the only day I really have free to do a show more than like 30 minutes. So but yeah, I'm gonna go now. Cause all of a sudden I got emotional. I'll talk to you guys later. Smile at somebody. It'll change their day. It may even change your day, honey. Even with a mask on, we can still see the eyes. And happy belated Mother's Day to those of you that I did not talk to yesterday. If you didn't see my post, but happy Mother's Day or happy belated Mother's Day. I hope you guys had a wonderful Mother's Day. And shout out to all of you that may have lost your mom. And she's no longer here, but I wish her a happy heavenly birthday. So my mom is included in that number. But smile at somebody. It'll change their day. It may even change your day, honey. Even with a mask on. Because I still wear mine. Okay? They can still see it in your eyes. I love you guys with the love of God. And there is what, honey? Nothing you can do about it. I'm going to talk to y'all later, child. Bye. Thank you all for joining another episode of Almond Delights Reading Corner. I pray that you enjoyed yourself and you're relaxing your mind, in your body, and in your spirit. Come back and join us again next week as we continue our reading. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Be blessed and enjoy your evening.